Who else is on?
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. This is Kenya Williams with Ashan. Today we have a special guest who I like to call the celebrity detailer in the
Get out of here.
757, Mr. Willie Brown, who just got back from an amazing trip at SEMA 2018. I didn't make it this year, but Willie made it, and it seemed like last year was a great experience. And I just wanted him to recap on this year, what was different from last year, and for those that haven't never been to SEMA, you might want to encourage them to attend because it seems like it changes every year and like it's a good event to have. But first and foremost, tell the people who you are, where you at, and what you're doing.
Willie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I'm Willie Brown over at Virginia Beach, Virginia. And my business name is Wash Me Pleaze. And I've been around about 18 years, Virginia Beach. And I went to SEMA. This is my third year in a row. This year was a little different than last year. Yeah, last year was a little more partying. This year I really didn't focus on partying. I wanted to make some contacts, learn more about the business. This trip was more spiritual, I guess you could say, because most of the people I talked to, they all had a testimony. So it was really, it was different. I didn't even talk to you about it yet, but it was different. Big difference. Big difference. Only went out one night partying, and I was there for 5 days. And that one night I went partying, it was Halloween night, so I went to bed early.
Wow.
Yeah, last year I partied every night, you know. But that's not what the trip is about. The trip is about connecting with the industry and people that you might be following. You get a chance to meet them, pick their brain, and find out what things we have in common to where we could actually continue a relationship after the conversation. So it was nice. I met people from England. The same guy I met from Japan 3 years in a row. Met him again. He was in a wheelchair. I can't think. Yakasani. I'm not good with names. You know, I'm bad with names. But it was different. It was like I didn't really spend a lot of time with the coding company that I represent. I really didn't spend a lot of time with them. I wanted to go outside the box.
Okay.
You know, the brand. I didn't want to get caught up in the brand.
Gotcha.
It was nice. It was nice.
So I know you talked about a couple of things there you just mentioned, but what was so different? I know you said testimony was one, but is there anything that's kind of stood out that was kind of different, or was it some more of I know you don't want to share everyone's testimony, but
yeah, some of the people that I don't want to name names, but when you meet somebody and you talk about your journey, and then they open up to you and they tell you theirs, and then they want you to come, and we want to learn from each other, and they have a lot to bring to the table for me, and I had no idea, and you've been telling me this, that I should be giving a class, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just too modest about it, I don't know, I've been in it for a long time, and it's stuff that I learned that's not really in the books, I guess you could say.
Right.
And that's what the people told me. I was like, man, you're smarter than we thought you were. And I'm like, what do you mean? Did I take that bad or good?
Right.
And it's just, you're different. They kept saying to me, you're different. And I'm like, after a couple of days, then they actually told me why I was different. And I looked at it, I'm like, wow, I really am different.
Right.
I don't get caught up in the brands. I do get caught up in wanting to be the best at what I do. So I'm real competitive. You know how I am. I'm real competitive.
Right.
But I know I'm not the best detailer in the world. And I'm always wanting to learn from other people, regardless of what level they're on, because there's something to learn from somebody just starting business. Wash your cars in 1 year, you can learn a lot from them. And if you're not looking at that, you'll lose. You'll lose a lot, and you got a lot of egos. Man, there's so many egos in the industry.
Man, it's crazy.
A lot of egos in the industry. No, they don't want to share. It's all about it's theirs. And they want to make all the money they can on it. And to me, it's some people. It's all about the money. They want to make all the money. They want all the glory.
Yeah,
the glory.
Right, I agree. Now, I know you mentioned about these testimonies, and I know you and I talk quite often, but
yeah, we talk at least every day,
right,
sometimes twice a day.
But,
yeah.
I wanted to have you on because, like I said, man, you do have a lot of knowledge, and I'm sure you might be telling your age a little bit. Some of it's not even confined in the book, but
yeah, the pictures right now, my face right now, because I look like crap. I'm 52.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what a lot of people don't know. You're 52, but you weigh, you have 52 look like you're 22 sometimes.
Yeah, and I get some rest.
right. But you've been killing it for a while, man. And you, like I said, you worked on a lot of cars that celebrities didn't had, or you've had cars across the Barrett Jackson auction block and other places. And is it safe to say, I've been mentioning it, but is it safe to say that you're a celebrity detailer?
Yeah, I guess you could say. I mean, I've met a lot of celebrities, and my friends that with me, they take pictures, and I'm like, sometimes I just don't want. I'd rather just be the one to take the pictures. I don't want to take the pictures with them. And the funny thing is when they remember my name or my face, and they'll ask for the party that I was with, and I'm like, oh, I'm just by myself. It makes me feel funny when they remember me.
Right.
Right. I don't really throw myself on people when I meet them. I met a lot of people, especially at Barrett Jackson. That's fun. The Barrett Jackson offices are fun.
I agree, but I would say you was part of one of the biggest weddings this summer. We don't call names, but it was a celebrity, and in Virginia Beach. You don't realize it, but you was able to clean a car for one of the top weddings that was in Virginia Beach this summer.
Oh yeah, yeah. And see, even with that, should I name the name drop? Do I name drop?
Is your car from? Yeah. I mean, but you gotta. I mean, and we say this a lot, but we have to acknowledge and call it what it is.
That was dope. It's like Terrence is good people, man.
Right.
Those of y'all who know him as Push, he's good people. That dude is straight up. He comes in the shop, and if it's 4 or 5 people in there, he speaks to everybody. He doesn't like act antisocial. His star status is like just like a regular dude from 757.
Right.
And I try not to when he comes around, and if I know in advance, I try to make it to where it's a smooth transition. I don't like a lot of people in the shop when he comes around. But the day of his wedding, man, he was cool as a cucumber, cool as ice, man. Dude, that's like the most important day of your life, man, is getting married.
Absolutely.
And he was just cool, man. I was so happy to see him. Because he deserved happiness, man, He deserved happiness. But, he's I don't post pictures of me with him. I do selfies. I might every now and then do his car, but I won't have his license plate. That's his privacy.
Right.
But yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Right. But you didn't realize you were part of the big event, though, did you?
Nah, I didn't. That's the craziest thing. I knew like a month in advance.
Right.
And when it happened, it was like, wow. Push just left my shop getting married.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
And I bring this up because, like I said, that tag, and we don't acknowledge us when we have this particular status, man. And I say that us because we're still making a name in this industry, and everybody's on the come up. I would say everybody. If you're on the come up, sometimes we can lose sight of who we really are and what we are. And I would say by far you have that status to take it far.
Yeah, I really need to take my business to the next level, and a lot of it, this is where this podcast can help me and help others. When you grow in a business, um, you, it's like this is my baby, and when you want to go to the next level, you have to find people that you can mentor and duplicate yourself, train to do what you do, and then when you're not there, when your presence isn't there, they can run the business and your customers won't feel like, oh, Willie's not here. I'll just come in when he comes back.
Right.
Because that happened while I was in Vegas. And I felt kind of bad that I had to lie to people that I wasn't there. I just said, just bring it in Monday. I'll see you Monday when I knew I wasn't going to be there. I'm in Vegas Monday. But I knew in order for me to run the business, I pretty much had to tell them I was going to be there when I wasn't. But when you go to McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, the owner's not there when you order your food. The owner's not there. But I'm the brand. I'm the brand. I'm the chicken. I'm the nuggets. So you got to be able to. That transition has to be smooth for your customers to want to bring it when you're not there. But then building a team, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's really complicated, man. I'm still learning. Thanks to you.
So, no, man. I mean, I guess they said when you mentoring and learning, man, it goes both ways, man. And I don't realize some of the things I'm informing you. I'm like, man, I'm still a newbie in this thing, and you learn from me. I'm like, I just getting started.
Yeah, but you're doing good though. If I would have started the level that you're on in 3 years, I mean, it's like I've been in business since '95, and I started full time when my son was born, and he's 17 now. I was going to go in the Marine Corps, and because I had back surgery in '95 and playing minor league baseball, man, I tell you, life goes by fast. It seemed like yesterday I was playing Port St. Lucie baseball. Now I'm a detailer. But that's my passion. I love baseball, football.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my passion. I can't even sit down and watch a baseball game anymore.
You don't coaching?
I did when I came back. I was a batting instructor, and I had kids who could never hit hitting the ball. Parents was going crazy.
Wow.
But it wasn't no money. When you got kids, you got to take care of your kids. Yeah. I need money. I need to get paid. This is volunteer, and I love kids.
But it works both ways. Like even now, I'm a basketball coach here in Williamsburg, and that's kind of like my getaway. Of course, I mean, it's not enough money in the world to pay me for the job that I do because I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm a counselor, I'm a father figure to some, and it's kind of like a lot of that I'm doing. It kind of goes unnoticed, but it also is appreciated. It's kids I talked to in years. They're like, "Hey, coach," I'm like, "Where you come from?" But
you're not doing it for the money.
Right.
You're doing it because it's something it's a passion you enjoy doing it. You're mentoring. And these were 5 and 8-year-old kids.
Right.
In the suburbs, and they got both their parents, and at the YMCA and the rec center. It was in a nice neighborhood, but at the time I was young, and I wanted nice cars, and I was a manager for Food Line at the time. So my whole life was different than what it is now. I think at one point I will get back into coaching.
Right.
Some type of sport, but it probably ended up being baseball.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, one day.
All the jobs that you had, do you think they have led up to where you are now? The job that you have had.
Yeah, because it gave me the ability to see, because it always had a managerial job. So I always was the type of person that was a go-getter, a leader. I'm an alpha male, and once I decided what I love, my passion was, which was detailing, it was easy transition to be in my own world and work by myself. But to build a team, You gotta. It's different than being working by yourself and then building a team, because then you gotta learn how. When you're building a team, you gotta learn how to stop doing and showing, and then managing your time wisely. And that's something that I'm still battling with. But my patience sometimes is thin when I'm trying to teach somebody how to do my job, how to do their job, and then I feel like they're not learning it fast enough. But not everybody can do, when you run a business, not everybody's gonna be able to do what you do right off the bat. You just can't. You just can't do it. The odds. And then if you find somebody who's as good as you, chances are they're gonna want to leave and start their own business, because that's happened to me several times.
Yeah, but have they succeeded at it though? Did I lose you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Take two. We lost Willie. Uh-oh. I think we lost Willie. We're gonna give him a few seconds to see if he can come back on. Oh. Losing. You back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, man. Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to remember where I was at. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can't see you, but I got your thumbnail. But yeah, you said building a team. You talk about building a team. Or how the job.
There we go. Building a team, man. It's. Ooh, I look rough. Building a team, man. It's. Man, it's challenging every day. It's like having children. It's like a family, man. It's, man. I'm a real emotional kind of guy. I'm learning that and you can't let your ego interfere with your income. I'm from TD Jakes, and my ego, it's like, do I really have an ego?
We do.
It's like, do I really have an ego? And it's like my standards, how I want things done. Is that an ego? I question myself sometimes. Do I really have an ego? I don't feel like I have an ego.
Nah, you don't. I'll look at that as that's your,
my standards are so high.
Right.
that it interferes with my money. You know, so I look at the money I've made in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's like if I had a team, because I don't do any marketing really. I mean, you like the internet with the website and I don't really do that because my website looks like crap.
Right.
Still trying to get it done, but I don't. 99% of my customers are word of mouth.
Yeah, and that's what we was talking about a couple of days ago. How whereas I'm on the other end, you have word of mouth. I have what I call the internet, and I'm trying to grow my word of mouth now versus my internet. Because like I get a lot of my customers just off the internet. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But they end up
that truck you did today, was that off the internet?
Yep. He said he's been hawking my website. I don't know what he's doing on there, but
that truck was rough.
Yep. And it's funny. I got another guy.
I saw that truck. I'm like, man, where did he get that customer?
Man, and the funny thing is, it's already sold.
Wow.
That truck is already sold. But I'll clean it up. I'll finish it up tomorrow. But a lot of times, man, I just find myself, getting those customers that that they're looking for a good detailer, but they don't know where to find them. And then of course, we get this price shop, and then of course, you got to explain to them and all that other good stuff. But I don't mind explaining why I'm charging or what I'm charging them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found that's cool. But so back to SEMA, man. Let's get back to SEMA, man. How was it? What I know we said
SEMA was like, this year was like, wow. SEMA was like when you go somewhere and you go there all the time, and then that one day you go and you see everything. It's like, man, did I really miss all this? And like, yeah, you did. It's because I was with Hector, and Hector's like twice as bad as I am with ADHD. So he can't focus worth for shit. So I had to tell him, like, no, Hector, we're going to go all the way down the aisle and we're going to S so we don't miss nothing. But Hector wants to jump around, and I'm like, Hector, we're going to miss too much. We got to walk down each aisle. Like the first year when you went, and I didn't really hang around you that much because I wanted you to experience SEMA different than with me and Hector, because Hector is like a pinball machine, a ball in a pinball machine.
Man, that first day, my head was banging.
Your head is so much. It's like if I had $100,000, you would know how to invest in your business to turn the things that you could, like the leather, the windshield repair, and it's like all those things are on my list to add on to my business so I can make more money, because I already have people word of mouth. Right. So once I get the leather, the windshield repair, PPF, window tinting, carpet dyeing, I said leather repair, but it's one more rim repair. I really don't want to get into rim repair because that's more of a liability, pulling rims off. I don't like that liability factor. Then accessories, being able to install certain types of accessories in the cars. Then the software that's available right now, they have some software that makes it so much easier to do invoices, to write up an estimate, and then keeping track of your customers. And man, I tell you, SEMA was like everywhere there's somebody had a coating, ceramic coating. And I'm like wondering, well, when is ceramic coatings really going to fade out? It's like, what's going to be next? Because, and I made the comment to some hotshot detailers that when the paint corrections and the ceramic coatings play out, what's next? What's your interior game like? You do an awesome job correcting paint.
Right.
But how many times can you correct that paint to when you don't have any clear coat left?
Yeah, that's true.
But,
That's true, but I think I sent you your article, man, talking about
Oh yeah.
the ceramic coating, man. I don't think it's gonna die, even with down to the new cars they're building, even if they just go all electric.
Yeah.
I think the auto industry is still gonna be big for years to come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
They got this new spray on PPF now.
spray on.
PPF spray on. They're talking about a ceramic coating that's put on. You spray it on. You don't have to level it.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, what's going to be next? I mean, cars are going to be driving themselves. They're doing it now, but they're going to be doing it in 25 years from now
That's
when
true.
all the old cars become obsolete. Because that's what the software company was telling me, how the cars that drive themselves, once all the cars on the road be able to communicate with each other, then you're going to have more cars driving themselves, because a car that's driving itself can't predict what you're going to do because they don't know what you're thinking. But when all the cars are on the same page, then they can communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's inevitable. Like you said, I don't think it's going to die down because everybody wants a shiny car, scratch-free car.
Right.
But nobody's thinking about the interior of the cars anymore, cleaning the cars.
No, not
It's
at
like
all.
what is it, $1 billion industry in ceramic coatings, but what about the interior of the cars?
Yeah, where everyone's spending most of their time at too.
Everybody spends most of their time in that driver's seat and that front passenger seat.
Yep. So yeah.
So what can you capitalize on those two areas?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of money to be made in the interior of the cars.
Right. Yeah, that's true, man. I'm excited to see where it goes, man. And I plan to be in some form, shape, or form in the auto industry for a while, because basically I'm back to my saving grace and my love, if you will. So I know you talked about the testimonies, and
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you this one testimony that I could share. It's a gentleman from Honduras who came to America with nothing. I'm talking like nothing, no clothes, homeless, slept in the car for 2 months, and he's a mechanic. He said he grew up around cars ever since he was 2 years old. His daddy always had him in the garage. So he comes to America and he works for Hot Wheels, this company that makes they fabricate cars.
Uh-huh.
And there's this new movie coming out called Ferraris versus Ford, or Ford versus Ferrari. And you got like Matt Damon and what's the other guy's name? Some big actors in this movie.
Right.
But now this guy, then he told us about how 13 days ago his father passed away. And they didn't think he was going to be there for SEMA, but that's what he loves doing. That's what his father loved doing. So, him telling that testimony of how he came in with nothing.
Wow.
And we saw him standing there around the cars, and I don't know why me and Hector were drawn to him. So we asked him about the cars, and then once we talked to him about the cars, he opened up, and then we got a round of beers, and it wasn't like drunk or nothing. It was just like, something about beers and coffee and cars opens people up. So in the morning time, you got cars and coffee, but in the afternoon, you got beer and cars. Yep. So we had like two beers, and we started talking, and he started talking. He opened up about that, and he had me crying. I'm not lying. I was crying. I was trying to hold it in. I'm like, man, this guy's father just died 13 days ago.
Wow.
But he's on the biggest platform with all those cars. He's a mechanic on all those cars, and he personally has like 10 celebrities that he he talks to, and he actually goes to their houses in LA and works on their personal cars. They're like classic cars. But it's like the dreams that people, not dreams, but yeah, the dream of coming to America, and this is like the place to go where all your dreams can come true, and it happened. And the passion, he was saying that he always had a passion for cars. He didn't think he was ever going to get in that situation where he is now. We wanted to do what you and I are doing now. I wanted to do that with him. I wanted to go Facebook Live because it was so powerful. He was so humble, but he was so modest. He didn't want any attention on him.
Oh wow.
And then we had another gentleman who was weird that he got into detailing to get his own shop because of me. And I was like, wow, this guy came from nowhere. And he was like, Willie, wash me, please. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And it happened so fast when he was talking to me. And he gave me a hug with his dad. And when he walked away, I was just like stunned, like, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
I put an impression on him to where he got into he wanted to just go full time with detailing because of me. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think I would have that type of impression on somebody.
Yep.
And he came to SEMA. He came to SEMA because of me.
Wow, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, he got to meet me. And then there's another guy. I remember his business name on Instagram is I am a star. I'm a star. His last name is Wyatt, and he's from your area, Dinwiddie, Prince George area.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me how could he get to go to SEMA, and I told him how. So he got all his paperwork right, and he texted me and said he's in. So he got there Monday with his mom, his dad, and I think it might have been his sister, but his whole family came. And do you know, as big as Vegas is, we met each other every day. We bumped in each other every day.
Wow.
That's crazy. And then the last day, when they had that big car show and everything at SEMA Ignite, I actually saw him. And we talked for 30 minutes, and I was talking to him about his business, and he was saying how he looked up to me. And I said, man, is there anything I can help you with your business, training, anything? Call me and I got you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of his first name. I just know his last name is Wyatt, because I'm really bad with names. I really, if I could really work on my names, my business probably could be even better than what it is now.
Right.
But I'm really bad with names. But I don't forget faces, your voice, because every time I saw him far away, and I said, Wyatt, and he waved, or he saw me, Willie, and I waved. So it was probably 25, maybe 30 people that hollered and they recognized me that I never seen before, and they knew me from Instagram or either that crazy video that we put on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah,
but it's probably because, man, I think it sounds like you went there for a purpose, and a purpose.
Yeah.
Of, like I said, educating yourself, and but also, like you said, it was a purpose of some blessing somebody else. And I know we talk about faith a lot, and that's one of the things I kind of how I started my business. And it's funny, I was just reading something the other day on Facebook with somebody who's a chef, and she mentioned that she started her business on faith, and she said most people don't start their business on faith is because they don't believe that they can make it happen. And it was so powerful that she said that, because that kind of brought me to myself. I was like, wow, because I know I easily can go get like an $80,000 job or $100,000 job, and some days it's a little rough compared to others, but it's still, my business is growing. But at the same time, I feel like, I know what is easy to do, just quit. And
faith works. Faith works. You got to have faith.
Absolutely. And that's why every day I wake up with an affirmation of faith that, I'm gonna win and succeed at everything that I touch. It's kind of like kind of what I read out to myself. And I know you have a little faith with Wash Me Pleaze, because I know sometimes you can be challenged, like, man, I got to deal with these knuckleheads. I got to do, all the work, and I'm getting pulled in each and every direction. And you got teenage kids, and just
it's like, man, I'll be talking to people at work more, and I talk to my family at home sometimes, and it's like Sometimes I like bringing my kids with me to work just so they can see what I go through at work, the stress or, you know, the things that I go through at work. It's like it's not just throwing soap on the car and washing it. I want my kids to learn how to interact with people, how to articulate yourself. Because when I was growing up, closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't know how to talk to people, I guess you're not eating.
Right.
You know, and the faith thing, yeah, I remember when you was talking about the $100,000 a year. I remember when I was a assistant store manager at Walmart. When I decided to leave, my salary was $45,000 a year, and I quit to do what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So against what I was doing, like, you're crazy. In a Spanish family, like, oh, Negrito, you crazy? I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is what I love doing.
Right.
And probably 4 years after I left, the salary went from 45 to 75.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, because they started giving bonuses more to the store managers. But that was a lot. That was a lot of stress. Salary,
Mm-hmm.
you had no life that you could control, and I didn't enjoy it anymore.
Right.
I really didn't enjoy it anymore, and
Uh-oh. Yeah. You still there?
taking a canvas that's messed up, and cause that's how I look at cars, as a canvas. Because I could walk around a car and I could tell a customer the expectations that they may have,
Mm-hmm.
and what the car can give, the results. I tell them off the bat, this is what it's going to look like.
Right.
I don't lie, because I try to under promise and over deliver.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to
You breaking up just a little bit. You might gotta repeat what you just said.
huh?
You break up a little bit. You might gotta repeat what you just said.
Yeah, last year when I went to SEMA, I was ready to go after 2 days. Even 3 days, I was ready to go. And this year, it was like I wasn't ready to go. I wanted to meet some more people that I could talk to,
Mm-hmm.
and get to know more about them. I met a lady named Bernice. She owns Perfect Shine in Arizona, and wow, she's got a nice business. Her husband owns two body shops, and we were talking, and I was talking body shop talk, and she was like, I didn't know you know about body shops. I'm like, yeah, that's 75% of my business is body shops.
Yeah, she owns.
And I said, he never put you on to doing body shop work. She's like, nah. I was like, you need to get that insurance money.
Oh wow.
You need to learn how to get that insurance money.
Right.
You already got your foot in.
Does she own Pure Luxury?
That's it. Pure Luxury. Bernice.
Yeah, Bernice. Yeah, we met her last year at the Mother's.
Yeah. But see, so when we met her last year, we just knew Bernice to work that Mother's booth.
Right.
This year was totally different.
Wow.
She blew my socks off, boy. She's been in the industry, in the window tint industry. She's like the godmother to me, godmother.
Wow.
She knows window tint.
Wow.
Like engineering, that's how she is with window tint.
Right.
Her son worked the Mother's booth. She got a son that's like probably as tall as you.
Yeah, I seen a picture of him.
Yeah. We worked together in Arizona at a Gooding and Company auction. Yeah, but meeting like Andy Ward, who's with Proficient. He's Proficient X.
Mm-hmm.
Then Red's Detail. I got a chance to actually talk to Shine Supply, Jeremy.
Okay.
You know, I had feelings. I was feeling some type of way the first year of SEMA.
Right.
He didn't want to talk to me. You know, and then this year he was like, "Hey, Willie." You know, he was like, I said, "You want to take a picture?" He's like, "Yeah." And he gave me a lanyard. He was more genuine. I don't know what it was versus the first time I met him.
Right.
And Rennie Doyle, yeah, Keith, the guy at PNS Detailing, Corey with CarPro. Talked to him for like 25 minutes. He was more. It was more of a conversation was more receptible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, receptive. Um, it's crazy, man. It was like who else? Who else it made me feel some type of way. Then I met the president, Justin Lobato.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Talking to him more. Justin is like, man, I just wanted one time just to sit down with him for like an hour or two. And I missed a part. There was a party that I missed. The Glass Parency, and then Rennie Doyle had a party. I
Wow.
was really upset that I didn't make those two, because those are the parties that you need to go to get to know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
To really get to know somebody, you really need to go to those parties. It's networking, and I love networking.
Yep, and it's funny. That's how I hit it off with the guy from Glass Person last year. Me and him sat probably for about 30, 45 minutes in the American
Wow.
Express booth. And I mean, you would think we talk every day. I don't talk to him every day, but he see the pictures I post on Facebook, whatever. But
Very nice guy, fellow New Yorker. He's a New Yorker.
Tony is
Really, yeah, Tony.
he's a real down to earth, genuine guy, man. And
Yeah.
talked to him last year, man. It was like, man, we best friends now. I feel like
Wow.
I can call him up.
His party was real classy.
Man,
Classy. On the rooftop of the Palms. Come on, man.
wow.
He did it big. He did it big.
Wow.
He did it big.
Why you guys out there living your best? I was hating. And I said, you know what? Going to SEMA is really like a detailer's vacation, because you got to think about it. You already going through all the seasons pretty much for the next SEMA year anyways.
Yeah.
That should be like every detailer's like dream to get there. And
every detailer, yeah. And you got to go. When you go, you got to go with the intentions of networking, learning more about the industry. If you go there to party and to drink, you're missing out. You're just wasting your money.
Mm-hmm.
You're wasting your money. You really are. You're wasting your money. You might as well stay at home and go to the club at home, because going to SEMA, if you don't take advantage, because it's once a year you're going to have the opportunity to meet all these people in the industry
in one place
and learn from them, and make that impression on them to where they feel like you have a phone call away. You got to take advantage of those moments, and you got to put that impression on. You got to make that impression. First impressions is everything.
Right.
And you don't want to go up to them drunk with a hangover, breath stinking, and hey, I'm Willie from washmepleaze. You don't want to, you want to go with breath smelling good. You like you had some sleep,
right,
and you're talking detail talk. You know. So,
and that's funny you say that, because that's how I was last year, man. Going there with an intention of to learn, and I swear I feel like I met a lot of people from last year's event than I probably would have known if I didn't go to SEMA.
Yep.
Been to Mobile Tech as well, the same year. I didn't go last year. I went the year before.
That's why I met you at Mobile Tech Expo too. Yeah.
Going to Mobile Tech, that was good education, but going to SEMA, I feel like I met a lot of the big players in the game industry. So that was really big. Well, yeah, man. Well, I'm not going to hold you too long, man, but I just want to get a recap of SEMA, and you want to leave the folks who go back and replay this video with anything they want to know about Willie, or what they should be doing to elevate their business, and what they can do to learn from it. I mean, please share your final thoughts, if you will.
Yeah. Don't let your ego interfere with your income.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I love
yeah,
that.
that's my favorite. That's my favorite line, and
Right.
you could take it any way you want to take it, but it's real, and you gotta have faith.
Yeah,
Gotta have faith.
that's big. Yeah, that's
I love what I do, and I love the people in the industry, and you can meet somebody this year that really rub you the wrong way, and then next year you can meet them and it'd be totally different because you don't know what they were going through.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how they perceive you because it could have been something that you did that gives off a bad vibe. You know, just people are different. I mean, and I try to approach anyone. I try to approach people with open arms, no attitude, because first impressions, like, and I'm a kind of a quiet guy. Once I get to know you, I can't shut up. But yeah, you got to you work on your networking skills, people. You got
Mm-hmm.
to know how to network with people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let your ego think you think you know it all, because you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. And if you don't love if you're doing it for the money, you need to get out,
Right.
because you're not going to do good work. Because at the end of the day, it's your work. That's probably why my that ain't no probably. That's why my business is where it is now, because of the work that I put out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I've had customers that bring stuff in my shop. Like today, this Jaguar, and I told them straight up. I said, I only can make it look but so good. I'm not gonna sell you a pipe dream,
Right.
and it's only gonna get but so good. I mean, I'll take your money, but at the end of the day, I don't want you talking bad about me, saying I did a crappy job. Because I'm telling you now, if you got a Jaguar and it's in the 80s or early 90s and it's white interior, and if it's the only way you can fix that is by dyeing it, because anything you use on the seats, the paint's going to come off.
That's right.
Because I've done over a dozen of them, and trying to clean them at the dealership and jacking them up. You live and you learn.
Wow.
So
Wow.
90% of what I know is trial and error, correction errors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You working at a dealership doing 40 to 60 cars in a month, you learn fast.
Yeah, I
Fast.
remember you telling me when I was doing those dealership cars, man. You said you can learn to be a better detailer by doing those cars, and
Mm-hmm.
showing up, you was right. I was like,
Yeah.
man, oh,
Yeah.
so
So don't focus on the Ferraris and the Maseratis and the Porsches. Focus on your trade.
uh,
Focus on your trade. Don't get caught up in doing sports cars. Because what are you going to learn from doing a brand new car at the showroom, doing a paint enhancement? You really ain't getting challenged.
right, and
You're really not getting challenged.
not everyone here has those type of cars either.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you got to take what you get, learn from it, and build.
right,
And build.
right.
You know. You
Cool,
know.
cool, man.
Yeah.
I thank you for your time, brother. I know you got a long day, man, and I'm about
Yeah. I'm going to hit that shower.
to get it down myself.
Night night.
But where can people find you at, man? They want to go back and play this video again, man. Where can they find you and on social media and cell phone and all, email and all that other good stuff?
Yeah. Wash Me Please with a Z. WASHME and you can go with that on Facebook and Instagram. You can email me through Gmail, and it's the same. Wash Me Please. And then my number is 757-620-4419. And usually, if you call me or text me, 99% of the time I'll call you right back if I don't pick it up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you
Cool.
know how I am, man.
Right, right.
Once I get to know you, and I feel like the time we spend is valuable, and I cherish it. Because at the end of the day, I have a mentor. And he didn't know it for years. He didn't know it for years.
Wow.
But yeah, it's
Cool.
crazy.
Yeah, well, that's cool, man. Well, all right, man. Well, I'm gonna get off here myself, man, and like I said, look forward to having you on the weekly show again very soon.
Word.
I am Kenyon Williams with iShine, located in Williamsburg. You can catch me at info@ishineforyouautodetailing.com, or you can give me a call, 757-378-2844. And I'm on all social media platforms except for Snapchat at iShineForYouAutoDetailing. That is it for tonight, guys. Take care.
Later.
Later.